Hello, I wanted to show you just a quick setup as a your entire station basically in a nutshell. Of course you got your Rangemaster transmitter. We've got our crystal in there already. You'll have your antenna on there of course and the ground connected when it's mounted properly. But the transmitter is connected to the bottom with this 4-conductor signal wire. And we've got, it contains the 2 lines for power and the 2 lines for audio, as well as a shielded ground to control noise. We've also put this choke on there to stop any interference that may travel up and down the line. And then we've also, at the bottom end, say 100 feet away, we've got our audio board that comes with the transmitter. This is a impedance matcher where your transmitter will hook up to this unit. We've got the power and we've got the audio, and what it does is it matches all sorts of different types of inputs. You may have your computer. You may be using different types of audio from your computer, line out or speaker out. You might be using a stereo, a shortwave radio, a satellite receiver, mixing board, various pieces of equipment. More pro audio type equipment, you wouldn't need this. But essentially, this line you'll have running into your studio from up above where your transmitter is, or if the transmitter is at ground level, out in the yard. The power supply is simply a 12 volt, it's an 18 volt adapter. It's rated for anywhere from 16 to 24 volts. The voltage regulator in here will protect the circuit, but you basically want to run 2 batteries together, and if you want to go battery operation, 2 12 volt batteries together is 24 volts, which is fine for this transmitter. And the power supply connects right to this board, just like so, down in your studio. And then your audio port, basically what I have here is RCA connector coming from the mixing board, or it could be coming from a satellite receiver. And then I put this 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch adapter plug onto the front, and that simply plugs right into here. Now if you have a speaker out, and put it up to the camera here, if you have a speaker out, there's an 8 ohm switch to match the low impedance of a speaker out. But if it's any other type of equipment, generally it's going to be 16 ohms or higher. A mixing board like this one is 100 ohms, and some high-end equipment, which I'll show you in a minute, could be well beyond that. So you just put this in here, match the impedance, and then we've also got inside here a gain. This gain control can be plus or minus 6 dB. As far as it's just audio, it's not power, and you can turn that with your RF tuning device that we send to you. And that's basically the whole system right there. Now in the case of a remote transmitter, I have several that are set up like this. I've got the barracks unit, and it'll plug right into the your router. And of course the audio, I've got the wrong connector here, but the audio RCA jacks will plug into here, and that's as simple as that. When you add power, it'll automatically call that remote IP address like I've got here and pull it off there. Actually my remote transmitters actually go through this unit right here, which is the in streamer, the other end of this. This side of the compressor is going to my my local transmitter. This side of the compressor, there are 2 separate halves. This side of the compressor is going to my distant stations, and it's also going to my live 365 feed. And then the local one ties into this modulation unit, the Inovonics, and it's shaping the AM waveform to give me more cleaner output, is what this unit is doing. Equalizer is pretty important. A lot of people with a computer system that's just going out of there, you can have equalization done inside the PC. But if you're going to do it that way, you should use some type of pro audio device. This particular unit made by Echo is a great unit, priced perfect for Mac and PCs. It's got 4 1/4-inch, 2 inputs, 2 outputs, and a digital unit, which I don't use. And then that also comes with the appropriate software. It's basically a mixer board on the screen. I can have my commercials and liners on one channel. And what I like to do, you can put a phone patch into there and mix that in there too. But I like to actually have them exit the computer, and I like to have control on the mixer board. This is the low-cost mixer board you can find anywhere. This unit has 4 channels plus 2 auxiliary channels. I actually run the phone patch through here, so I can take a call and put it in here. Other people use Skype and things like that on the computer where they can patch people in that way. I do it the old analog way. But anyway, from there we use the equalizer to pull out the mid-range. That lets us get a little bit more signal on the air, get rid of some of that mid-range, and you can avoid a lot of distortion. And then you shape it. You've got your compressor right here. You add your compression. You compare your input and output signals, and you adjust your output to match the input after compression. Of course, this compressor has a attack and delay timer for the limiting. On this compressor, this half, I leave the limiting off because I allow my Inovonics, let me see if I can zoom in on that real quick, the Inovonics preemphasis unit, so I like that to do the limiting. If I really turn it up here, you can see the limiting going on over here. Dave Von Kleist in the background on his commercial break, you can hear him there. This unit up above is not connected. I'm testing it right now. This is called a Volumax 4300 on your audio, and if you have this type of network device that eventually works to any of your audio sources, even if it's on a network printer in upstairs or in another room, this will induce noise seriously into your audio chain, your RF audio chain. Get rid of it. I checked on forums. Other people were having the exact same problems. They got rid of this brand, and as recommended, this one solved the problem. It's metal, it's shielded, RF shielded. It's even got a ground lug if you need that, same price, and it used the same power supply. So the power supply wasn't the problem, it was the quality of the unit. Netgear, desktop switch, and also other Netgear products are designed for RF safety, or RF elimination, RF problems, RF interference problems. Another one, this is more of an audio interference. If you have line noise that's getting into your audio chain, you always want to check all your grounds first, but a ground loop isolator can help you out significantly. All this is a transformer. If you've got the parts, you can build one yourself, but this unit, I think they're about $15 at Radio Shack. Explain this a little bit better. The Inovonics 222 is the model number. You don't need this for a basic setup, but if you start adding multiple transmitters or you get real serious about the sound and the output that you want to do, you've got kind of a double sideband, 2 sidebands of a sine wave, okay? And what this is doing, it's giving you more than 100% modulation. Now, only our transmitter will work with these outside of a commercial transmitter. And what you're doing is taking part of the bottom off and you're putting it back on the top. It's going to add a delay. Make a long story short, it's kind of like putting a letter on a typewriter in bold. That's basically what you're doing. You're adding a little bit more emphasis to the peaks, and that's how it gives you that 1/4 mile range. You can kind of see it getting real active there.